Let me ask you something. Can you remember what you had for breakfast 3 days ago? How about where you left your phone 10 minutes ago? If you're drawing a blank, your brain might be sending you warning signals. Here's what's scary. Your everyday habits, the ones you do without thinking, are slowly eroding your brain's power. And by the time you notice, the damage might already be serious. Today, we're talking about 10 everyday habits that are silently damaging your brain right now. Your brain is your life's command center. Every thought, every memory, every decision, it all happens in those 3 pounds of tissue inside your skull. It's made up of billions of neurons, all communicating in an incredibly complex network. But here's the thing, for all its power, your brain is surprisingly fragile. The choices you make every day are either building it up or tearing it down. The good news is your brain has something called neuroplasticity, which is its superpower to heal and rebuild itself. But that only works if you stop doing the things that hurt it. So today, we're walking through 10 habits destroying your cognitive abilities and exactly what you can do to protect yourself. 1. Doom scrolling. You pick up your phone to check one thing, and suddenly an hour has vanished. Every time you scroll through social media or watch those quick videos, your brain gets a tiny hit of dopamine, the same chemical that makes drugs addictive. This constant stream of quick rewards is rewiring how your brain works. Your prefrontal cortex, which helps you focus and make good decisions, starts to weaken. Meanwhile, your brain becomes addicted to instant gratification. You used to read for hours. Now, even 10 minutes feels impossible. Studies show that excessive screen time is directly linked to anxiety, depression, and attention disorders. You're literally training your brain to be distracted and unhappy. So set actual limits. Use screen time apps. Put your phone in another room when you're working. 2. Social isolation. Humans didn't evolve to be alone. We need connection. When you cut yourself off from people, whether it's because you're busy, tired, or just don't feel like dealing with anyone, your brain starts to deteriorate. Research shows that lonely people's brains age faster, particularly in the hippocampus, which is crucial for memory. Elderly people who are socially isolated show early signs of dementia, including rapid memory loss and trouble learning new things. When you don't socialize, your brain produces less oxytocin, which is the hormone that makes you feel happy and connected. Less oxytocin means more depression and anxiety. It becomes a vicious cycle. Make social interaction non-negotiable. Schedule regular meetups with friends. Join a club or class. Have actual conversations with people, not just through screens. 3. The lazy heart. Everyone knows exercise keeps your body fit, but did you know it's essential for your brain? When you exercise, your heart pumps more blood and oxygen to your brain. This triggers the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, which is like fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps grow new neurons and strengthens connections between them. Exercise literally makes you smarter, but when you're sedentary, the opposite happens. Your brain starts to slow down. Blood flow decreases. New neuron growth drops. Your cognitive abilities begin to fade. You don't need to become a marathon runner, just move your body regularly. Walk, dance, lift weights, whatever gets your heart pumping. An active heart means a sharp brain, and a lazy one means a foggy one. 4. Stress spirals. A little stress is actually good for you. It keeps you alert and motivated. But chronic stress, the kind that never goes away, is devastating to your brain. When you're constantly stressed, your body floods your brain with hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, these hormones shrink parts of your brain, especially the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus, which handle memory and decision-making. Chronic stress also stops your brain from making new neurons, which means your ability to learn and remember gets worse. If you're always stressed, you're suffocating your brain's potential. The solution isn't to eliminate stress. That's impossible. Find healthy ways to manage it. Exercise works wonders. So does meditation, even just 5 minutes a day. Find a hobby that relaxes you. Your brain desperately needs those moments of calm to repair itself. 5. Sleep isn't for the weak. If you brag about only needing 4 hours of sleep, you're destroying your brain. Sleep isn't downtime. It's when your brain does its most important work. While you sleep, your brain consolidates memories, clearing out unnecessary information and strengthening connections. It also flushes out toxins that build up during the day. When you don't get enough quality sleep, none of this happens properly. Your focus suffers, your memory gets worse, and long-term, your risk of Alzheimer's disease skyrockets. The research is clear. You need at least 8 hours of good sleep every night. Keep a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. And please, put your phone away at least an hour before bed. That doom scrolling before sleep is a double hit to your brain. 5. Mental laziness. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't use it, it gets weak. When you spend your days doing the same routine tasks, never learning anything new or challenging yourself, your neural networks start to deteriorate. You become slower at processing information. Your problem-solving skills decline. Your memory weakens. The beautiful thing about your brain is that it can grow and change at any age, but only if you give it reasons to do so. Learn a new language, pick up a musical instrument, do puzzles, read challenging books, have deep conversations about complex topics. These activities force your brain to build new connections and strengthen existing ones. Mental stimulation isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for keeping your brain healthy and powerful. 7. Hidden resentments. This one might surprise you, but emotional health is brain health. When someone hurts or angers you and you just swallow it down instead of addressing it, you're not moving on, you're poisoning yourself. Those buried resentments don't disappear. They sit in your subconscious, creating constant low-level stress, fear, and anger. And remember what chronic stress does? It releases hormones that damage your brain over time. Every unresolved conflict, every grudge you hold, every confrontation you avoid, they're all quietly eating away at your mental capacity. We often bury our resentments out of convenience. Someone makes you angry and it feels like too much work to confront them, so you stuff it deep down. Learning to address issues directly and letting go of anger isn't just good for your relationships, it's essential for protecting your brain. 8. Deadly diet. You probably know that junk food is bad for your body, but did you know it's even worse for your brain? Your brain needs specific nutrients to function properly: omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, antioxidants, and amino acids. These nutrients reduce inflammation, help neurons communicate, and protect your brain from damage. When you eat a diet full of processed foods, fast food, and packaged snacks, you're starving your brain of what it needs while flooding it with things that cause inflammation. Over time, this leads to cognitive decline, memory problems, and increased risk of dementia. The fix is simple in theory. Eat real food. Load up on fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish like salmon. These foods give your brain exactly what it needs to thrive and operate at full capacity. 9. Water is life. Here's something most people don't realize. Even mild dehydration significantly impairs your brain function. When your body doesn't have enough water, your brain cells actually shrink. The chemical processes that allow neurons to communicate slow down. The result is poor concentration, headaches, fatigue, irritability, and memory problems. Chronic dehydration puts constant strain on your brain, making you measurably less intelligent than you could be. The solution couldn't be simpler. Drink more water. Aim for at least 8 cups a day, more if you exercise or live somewhere hot. It's the easiest thing you can do for your brain, yet so many people walk around chronically dehydrated. Don't be one of them. 10. Exposure to heavy metals. This last one is sneaky because it's often invisible. Environmental exposure to heavy metals like lead, mercury, aluminum, and arsenic slowly damages your brain over years or decades. These metals accumulate in your neural tissue, causing oxidative stress that damages connections between neurons. The parts of your brain responsible for focus, impulse control, and mood regulation are especially vulnerable. The results include lower IQ scores, depression, aggression, headaches, and coordination problems. This damage happens so gradually that you don't notice it. It can accrue over decades as metals build up in your nervous system. Protect yourself by avoiding lead paint dust, filtering your drinking water, and choosing cosmetics labeled as lead and mercury free. Conclusion: Here's the truth that should give you hope. Your brain is incredibly resilient. It has the power to heal itself, to rebuild what's been damaged, to grow stronger even after years of neglect. Every positive choice you make, every time you choose water over soda, a walk over the couch, a conversation over isolation, good sleep over late-night scrolling, you're giving your brain the resources it needs to repair itself. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be better than yesterday. Small changes compound over time into dramatic results. Your brain is worth protecting. It's the only one you get. If you want to keep your mind sharp, your memory strong, and your brain healthy for decades to come, hit that subscribe button for more life-changing health insights. Your future self will thank you for taking action today.